Hi, everyone. We're here. We're up. No one was, no one knew. It didn't happen. It was a figment of your imagination, Feisty. Hey, Phantom. Nobody knew about it. It's okay. It's all good. I know, Lotus. It's so bad. It's so mean. Meow. Forbid me. I don't know. Why is this doing what it's doing, though, is actually my question. That's what I want you to be at. Stop resetting, please, for all that is good. Hi, Reaper. No. Feisty, we're good now, right? Yes, a new background. Yay! If you guys want to if you guys want to see the what's actually on the wall behind me and you're on landscape, well, then you got to go to portrait to see what's on the wall behind me to see it. TikTok's good. They already see it. Twitch, you guys would have to go over to YouTube. Sorry. It's just how that works. Yeah, I need to open up my phone lines so that they're up and ready to go whenever somebody decides to actually call in and have a conversation. We always see how that goes. They're not the best at that, you know? All right, so let's see. Thank you, Princess Pixie. I appreciate that. Yeah, so as you guys know for sure, like as per usual, I will not be live tomorrow. So don't expect any pop-ups anywhere, anytime. There's no guarantee on Saturday for other reasons that I'm not going to go into. There may or may not. Who knows? We don't know. We're just figuring things out. Real quick, I'm gonna mute you guys over there for a second. I love you guys though. All right. Donald Trump is trying to put his signature on currency. I guess that tracks with how he's like, I love my signature. Right? Y'all remember that video? I hope you guys remember that one. I thought that was a good one. Hi. Oh, someone's calling already? I don't know how I feel about this. We'll find out. Thank you for calling the stream. How old are you? Uh-huh. And you still support Trump, right? Man, if you're sneezing that much, you might need to go to the doctor, okay? All right. I just want to let you know. You might need to go to the doctor if you're sneezing that much. Sound like he was sneezing. He was just going achoo without going achoo. It was the like that kind of sneeze. Obviously, man, like you sneeze that much, you need to go to the doctor. It sounds like not a good thing. Okay? Holy baloney. Trump should be problem himself that he got another participant. Oh yeah, I have to watch that actually. But can we get W's capo for sending out 20 gifted subs? A lot of you just got subs. So huge W capo. Thank you so much for memberships. Sorry, they're memberships. It's a different word. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Hold on. There's a whole other thing, okay? All right. Oh, it's not on TikTok, guys. It's on a different app. Sorry. I am multi-streaming, so it can get a little bit confusing. Here we go. We'll come up and where? Oh, goodness me. Hold on. Where be you? Where be you? And just a reminder, Hector, you'll have to. Oh, thank you. You'll have to comment again. All right, go ahead and give your spiel. I am gonna take off my headphones though, so have fun. All right, let's see. That should not be happening. I hear you. Oh, I can't put my hand up. Yeah, I do. So I'm saying that should not be happening. Why did you do this? Sorry, now my camera just did something stupid. Anyway, no, you should be. I saw literally everything happening. He's like really soft. Like, I don't get it. I heard Hector in my mind. Like, it was just working. Did anybody else hear a man's voice? Hold on. Try now. There it is. Now they hear you. Go ham. Okay. Okay, guys. I know you guys couldn't hear me. I was doing that on purpose. All right. We're trying to find everything that's going on in the news for the today. It's a bunch of stuff. Interesting. Let's see. YouTube is not down. No, you guys can't hear him. It's a thing. That's an airplane. There we go. All right, guys. Oh, this is going to be a funny thing. All right. Well, thanks, Hector. Love you. Also, if you guys, if you guys haven't already, give him a follow. I'll leave him up here for a moment. Yeah, I know why. Now no one can hear you, but bye. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, I fixed it, guys. I know how to fix that. It's just everything that else goes on. Okay. So as you guys know, Mark Wayne Mullen got confirmed to be the new Department of Homeland Security, and I want to go over a few things with him, but hi, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Bananas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I know why, guys. There you guys go. It's just what it happens. No, it's gone now. Yeah, trust me. I forget that there are ways to fix that, and I forget how to do that. Okay. So Mark Wayne Mullen got confirmed to be the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, but there are some things that y'all should probably know about him, which fine. I'm actually okay that he is the new DHS Secretary, not because he's a good person, but because, hi guys, I don't know if you guys know this, that means that there is an open seat in the Senate until November. So that means that there are only 52 Republicans in Congress for the next 8 months. They did not think that through. Guys, just a friendly reminder again, if you are on TikTok and you haven't already, send in your daily heart me. I love you. Thank you for calling the stream.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's listen to this. I'm gonna put this up here. There we go. Get this up on the screen. Guys, be sure to share out the live.
So that's
Let's start this over. So this is a senator from Texas, so obviously a Republican, and this is what he had to say about Mullins.
Mark Wayne is a person who, while may not be skilled in all the policy aspects, he is skilled in reading people and understanding the importance of the operation to the nation. So that's where we are. Mark Wayne is.
That's why he voted for him, because he's skilled at reading people, which I mean, fine, like I guess that's it, but you're not good at politics. So I guess that's why Senator Sessions voted him to be confirmed, because goodbye, like you're not great at politics. So that's what that just screams to me. Y'all can take it however way you want. But guys, did you know? I don't know if you guys knew this. How do you guys feel about this? All right, I want to know. Can women get pregnant while breastfeeding? Oh, guys, yes, I forgot to say thank you to B-Raiders. Oh my gosh, I meant to do that. Hold on, guys. I saw you guys come in. Can you get pregnant while breastfeeding? Because somebody else doesn't think that you can. No, guys, you're totally wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. You tried, it's impossible, Anthony? Gosh, that is just so difficult. Well, this one might surprise you. Maybe. I just want to let you guys know my friend Monica finds all the best stuff.
Kid you not, anyway, so finally we were able to have our first kiddo there, Jim, and kid you not, he was 7 months old when I found out I was pregnant with our second son. I was like, woo, that's no joke.
By the way, you can get pregnant breastfeeding.
Yes.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
Yeah, anyway, so finally.
Apparently, there was a myth that was going around that Mark Wayne Mullins 100% believed, no questions, no doubt in his mind, that women could not get pregnant while breastfeeding. That is what you do, okay, guys? So if you're trying this at home, just know that it is not true. You absolutely can, in fact, get pregnant while breastfed, okay? While you're breastfeeding. Like, Did you guys know that was even a thing? Like, an assumption? Anything? I've never heard of that before. And then he has some comments about domestic violence. I'm sure this is going to be good. I actually don't think it will be, but you know. Pause.
Also, didn't you do some MMA fighting as well?
Actually, I fought professionally for a few years, and so did my wife. She was a kickboxer.
Yeah.
And so when we have arguments, we stay across the room from each other.
Our sparring sessions could have been a little bit of domestic violence.
That's probably, hey, that might be,
like a fine line.
Also,
Just a reminder for people out there, domestic violence does go both ways. So keep that in mind as well. Yeah, and I also just don't think that it's around, I don't think that it's okay to joke about that, but hey, whatever.
Hey, what's up, dog? Hey, what's your problem? Yo, dog, you there?
So anyway, guys, oh, all I did was just mute so they couldn't hear me and then I was calling. I know, right, Missy? They do such interesting things. Oh, yeah. Did I even say hi? Like, guys, I want to be honest. Did I even say hi? Or did he just come out and just start saying that? I don't remember. I didn't think I did. That was the thing. I thought he just like started saying that. So then I just zippered it, and I just didn't say anything. Thank you guys. Hi, everybody, as you're coming in. That's what I thought, Hector. I ain't crazy. Well, for the most part, I'm not crazy. We all got some issues. I will say that. Let's see here. Thank you for calling the stream.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Hi, I drove by your house the other day and noticed you have
You
a nice
did.
looking dog in your yard.
Oh, yeah, very pretty dog, right?
I looked down your address and was able to phone number.
Uh-huh.
You see, I own a Chinese restaurant down the road. I'm always looking for good meat.
Why are people racist? Sir, do you want to know what the #1 killer of dogs is in the United States?
All Asian.
Yeah, no. If you're going to troll, I suggest you actually try to be funny. You're failing. I just want to let you know. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Sorry, missed called.
It takes effort to call me from Canada. Yeah, we're starting off well. That's why I'm just like, I'm not even, missing a beat. I am just going to keep going with some of the things, right? Let's see. We had... Okay. This is going to be about DHS funding, so we'll see what this is. It is a minute-long video, so y'all bear with me on this one. I do like going through the news, like I said. And yes, I do rely on my friends because I don't have all the time in the world.
I think that before we fund, for example, ICE agents or Customs and Border Protection, we should insist on certain safeguards, namely that they operate with the same standards we ask of a local police department. We're asking neither more nor less than a local police department. So before I approve funding for those agencies, given the abuses we have seen, given the blood we've seen in the streets, that's something I want to see happen. Now, I don't want to hold up the rest of what DHS.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. This is Saul Rosenberg. How are you?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Are you still supporting
Hi.
Trump?
Yes, I am. Yeah, sure, I do. He supports Israel, and I'm from. I'm Jewish over here.
Okay. So,
What do you not like about Israel?
hey, Moni. I didn't say I didn't like Israel. That's an interesting assumption to make. So, who said that?
Everyone should love Israel. That's what I have to say about it.
Okay, well,
And
if you said your piece, I hope you have a great day.
Trump's willing
Have
to
a
bomb
great
the
day.
fuck out of people.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? And this is your friendly daily dose reminder that some men definitely just aren't funny. Okay? So we'll put that reminder out there. Y'all definitely needed it because they think they're funny right now and just absolutely not funny. So we'll just keep this moving. I am gonna say this. Y'all aren't doing it on TikTok, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Oh, okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I do drugs. That's why I like them. It's all drugs, honey.
I mean, you should not do those.
And bribery. He should have bribed us. If he bribed all of us, who would care?
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, do drugs then.
No, don't do drugs. Oh, you hung up, weirdo. Y'all on TikTok, don't make me get Hector up here again. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyways, we'll see how long he stays on the phone then. We'll just keep going through this. I don't really care. Like, you think you're wasting my time, you're not. I'll just ignore you. It's fine. Keep saying thank you to yourself. It's cool. I'll just keep doing this.
Does. So I fully have supported vote after vote. I think we've had 10 votes to fund TSA.
It's a carve-out.
Supported and offered.
It's not a clean bill. It's not a clean DHA funding bill, which has been the business as usual for the way it's usually done. Once again, it's
the business as usual right now is people getting killed in the streets. So I'm not for that business as usual. But I also don't want to see the Coast Guard funding held up or FEMA funding held up or TSA funding held up. And we should, I think, narrow down to the things we disagree and keep negotiating on that. With respect to other things, we should fund them. And I think most immediately.
Guys, just to be clear, these are two Democrats explaining to you how they keep putting up multiple bills in regards to funding different parts of DHS. Thank you for calling the stream. Oh. Okay. Well, you do that.
We need to get those TSA security people paid and address those long lines at the airports.
Which is all the Democrats are trying to do. And that's all they would have to do. It actually is a clean bill. There is no extra fluff. It's just an independent bill because I thought we no longer liked omnibus bills, right? The bills where we put everything into one and you just full of all of the fluff. Yeah, I know. Per Senator Kennedy, Donald Trump said no deals with the Democrats. And to be clear, guys, like that's not how our system works. It's just not how it works, okay? The reason why the filibuster was created in Congress is to make sure that every person, every state, every constituent had a voice in Congress. Thank you for calling the stream. I thought you said it was the wrong number when you called the first time. Thank you, Miss Edwards, for completing the rose goal. I do appreciate that. Real quick. All right. We're going to find another video to play for everybody. Yes, don't freak out, guys. I was purposefully muted over there, okay? I know. It is so. Hector, when it comes to the gift gallery, it's one person has to send all of them. I wish it was that easy. Hector. It's very annoying, but it's not that easy. Let's see. Yeah, if it was that easy, everyone's life would be easy. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Hector. TikTok be greedy. Thank you for calling the stream.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're not welcome. I want to tell him that, but we'll just keep doing my other things. So let's see. We have a court filing. We'll pull this up. It is 25-CB 06366. All right. And thank you for calling the stream.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. How old are you?
27.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, not anymore.
Okay. Why don't you support him anymore?
Well, to be honest, I don't think his policies make much sense anymore, but they did before, I think. I didn't like Biden, so that's why I voted for him.
Okay. And
but after, I mean, now things don't really make much sense. But I mean, if I had to go with the option of going with Biden again, I don't think I probably would have voted for Biden. You know what I mean?
okay. I mean, sure. I wouldn't have said, to vote for him. Like, I don't say that anyways. And Biden wasn't running in 2024. So.
But like, who would have been a better candidate than Biden, you think?
There was a candidate that was there. Okay. Goodbye. I guess it was nice talking to you. All right. Anyways, let me get back to this. Y'all be doing weird stuff. Thank you for calling the stream.
Nigger.
Oh, okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Roblox?
Go play on your own. Okay. So there was a case filing where within it, Department of Homeland, the DOJ admits that they fucked up and blames ICE, right? So we've got two things on that. Where's my other screen? There it is. All right. So DOJ admissions to the court, they admit repeatedly made material mistaken representations to judge. ICE never had authority under 2025 guidance to conduct arrests at immigration courthouses. And I'll show you guys this in a second. Thank you for calling the stream. Oh.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I'm not really calling with a contentious issue. I'm calling, like, I'm Australian. And,
Yeah.
I did used to support him just because I thought that we needed something in the foreign policy world that was more assertive. But his actions over the past, I still feel like Iran needs to, have some form of positive outcome because it's a clusterfuck. But I now I'm starting to see that he's an unhinged person essentially, and it's kind of disappointing. Yeah, but
Yeah, I heard you guys got up really high in gas prices.
yeah. I was talking to a person from the States though, actually, and I think it might depend on the location, but some reason our prices are more expensive than it was in the States before the war. So we're kind of used to it over here. But another thing, I guess, is just like, it's so fucking psychotic the way that Trump dealt with like Australian beef, for example. We grow it all here, and this is probably something you don't see in the States, but just the amount of ridicule that happened in Australia when he's telling us that we're going to buy the beef, and we see it in the supermarkets. And sorry, I don't know if this is insulting because you are from the States, but yeah, I don't even know why I'm calling at this point. Sorry.
I mean, you're fine, but yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
It's
what's
fine,
the point,
man.
though? There's no real point there.
That's all right. Sometimes it's nice to hear from an
I was
outside
just on the live
perspective.
stream and I saw everyone's being hostile, saying like
They're being weird, yeah.
the obvious words and stuff. So yeah.
It's unfortunately,
Anyway.
I don't know about what your customs or what your culture is like in Australia on this exactly. It's just the unattended children.
Unattended children in what context, sorry?
Like they're at home and their parents are not paying attention to them, so they scroll on YouTube or TikTok and they think, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so funny to like call into a random number and prank them."
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, well, I don't know if you know, we had a change here recently where anyone under the age of 18, they can't access different websites and stuff.
I thought it was
so
16.
You need to put a government ID up. Yeah, maybe it was 16.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a broader issue, I guess. But yeah, anyway, this is probably not really on topic of the States and such, so I'll let you get back to it, I guess. But
No problem, man. You have a good one.
Thanks, you. Cheers.
Cheers. I like that. I like it when people can be polite. That's all. Yeah, so Jennifer, I'm not entirely against what Australia did as far as their social media ban for kids. I'm also just not sure I agree with it either. Like that's a very mixed bag for me. Thank you for calling the stream. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
26.
26. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I voted for Kamala, but I think what he's doing in Iran is pretty good.
Awesome. So are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, for Iran, definitely.
Just for that?
I think the DEI stuff is pretty good. He's pretty corrupt, but the DEI stuff is good. The Iran stuff and getting rid of the illegals. I mean, like, definitely shutting down the border is kind of good.
Okay. And
But,
I mean,
yeah.
like, how is this an issue? Like, I don't get why this is like something that's beneficial to you.
The Iran thing, Iran, when they funded terrorists to attack.
So did the United
Israel
States.
Iran funded Hamas and Hezbollah, and they attacked Israel on October 7th, and that killed 47 Americans.
Yeah, guess what? I don't know if you know this, but Israel was also funding Hamas.
I don't know about that, but they're not funding.
You can look it up.
Hezbollah
They
and
actually
Hamas.
were. See, Israel also funds terrorist organizations. The United States also funds terrorist organizations. The Saudis have also, specifically the Saudi princes, have also funded terrorist organizations. So are you saying that any country that has ever supplied monetary value to Hezbollah or Hamas, they're the reason why October 7th happened? Because in that case, that's like most of the Middle East plus the United States.
Well, I'm pretty sure Israel funded Hamas because they were the elected government of Palestine.
They still were funded, were they not? They also helped train them. They also helped train them. So Interesting.
funded them. I don't think it's a conspiracy to fund them in order to
Oh, it's not a
attack themselves.
conspiracy to fund them. Got it. Yeah.
Well, it's not. Israel didn't want to attack themselves, did they?
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
No, wasn't saying that
that's
either.
kind of an Alex Jones level conspiracy to say.
Nope.
That
See, I didn't say that.
we
That
did
was
9/11
your
on yourself.
theory. Just to be clear, that was your theory that you just came up with on your own.
Well, but yeah.
I just want to let you know that was your theory that you came up with on your own. I didn't say that, and all I said was I didn't say that.
Well, Iran funded, funding terrorists to attack us.
Cool. So did the United States. So did the Saudis. So did Qatar. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, all of these different countries within the Middle East have also funded Hezbollah. Like, Lebanon also funded them. Hamas was also funded by all of these different countries. So I just seems very weird.
Iran should be trying to, they want to kill all the Jews.
They never said that.
Yes, they did. I mean, is Iran a fundamentalist Islamic state? Is yes or no? I mean, I would say obviously yes. And
the leaders are Shiite Islamics. Yes, we are aware of that one.
Yeah, and part of Islam, fundamentally Islam's goal is to kill all the Jews on the planet.
Where does it say that?
So,
where does it say that?
Quran.
Where?
I don't know. You can Google it. I think it's a quote where it's in the. You could Google the quote. The last Jew will be hiding behind a rock. Yeah, if you Google Quran quote or something, the last Jew will be hiding behind a rock. And
why can't anybody if you actually care about the Jewish religion? I don't know why you can't say Jewish people.
I'm an atheist. I don't. But I'm just.
So then you're just So you're just virtue signaling right now.
I don't want. Well, it's not virtue signaling.
It is. You just said that you don't care when all I was trying to do was ask you to. It's like, why do you just keep saying JEW and you can't say Jewish people?
Oh,
seems very weird. It's like it's a dehumanizing tactic.
I mean, no, I don't care. I mean, I don't think. No. I support the Jewish people. However you want to word it. But they're attacked because they're Jewish, and so in that attack they killed 47 Americans. In Iran, the CIA knows that they're funding terrorists to attack the U.S. homeland in the West in general.
Again, I just want to remind you of something, okay? The United States has funded terrorist groups. Israel has funded the same terrorist groups. Syria has funded terrorist groups. The Saudi princes have funded terrorist groups. The Qataris have funded terrorist groups. Even Bahrain has funded these terrorist groups. You can say that all day, but then you have to apply that same logic to every single country that I just said, because they also funded these individual terrorist organizations prior to October 7th. So you think that there is some conspiracy. You think that there is some conspiracy simply just with Iran to attack Israel on October 7th and that it did something. Well, then fine, you can apply that same conspiracy to every single other country that has ever funded these organizations leading up to the days leading up to October 7th, 2023. Can I ask you a question?
What did
They also never said DEATH to JEWs, just so you aware. It was about Israel itself. So yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are. So I'm curious about something. Are you going to your local recruiter tomorrow morning?
For the war, no. I mean,
why?
You don't have to.
You support it.
That's kind of silly. You can.
Why is that silly? You support the war.
Do you support killing Osama bin Laden? Then why don't you join SEAL Team 6? That's the same kind of logic.
No, it's not. I also never said that. I love how people will engage in these conversations with preconceived notions, and all I'm doing is I'm utilizing what you said yourself, that you support the war efforts that is occurring with Iran right this moment, and then I'm turning it back on you and I am asking you questions in regards to your support of the efforts with the war in Iran, right? And then you try to turn it on me with your own preconceived notion. So you're already just arguing with yourself. You're not even talking to me when you are presenting that notion.
what did Iran? If I could just, what if Iran should have known that if they attacked
Should have known?
Israel, this would happen? Yeah, if they
When did they
fund
attack
terrorists
Israel?
on October 7th,
No, they
funded
didn't. They
terrorists
didn't. That
knowing
again,
they
that
were
was
gonna.
Hamas.
Iran was
Again, that
yeah,
was Hamas.
yeah,
Hamas with, just a reminder, I just want to remind everybody, Hamas with funding and weapons from the United States, Israel themselves, Qatar, Saudi princes, Syria, Lebanon. They had all of that funding from all of these different countries. So that was also 3 years ago. Like, that was 2023. I just want to be clear. That was 2023. Why did something that happened on October 7, 2023 come up almost 3 years later?
Well, it's because of that. I mean, and because they are trying to build a nuclear weapon.
No, they're not. They have a fatwa. They have a fatwa about building a nuclear weapon.
Well, do you think Iran should have a nuclear weapon?
Sir, I don't even think the United States should have a nuclear weapon. But the point is, in 1991, in 1991, when Ayatollah Khamenei took office, right, when he took over as the Ayatollah, the supreme ruler, he issued a fatwa, which is the equivalent of a mandate within the United States of America. We'll just call it a mandate, that Iran would not have nuclear weapons, nor would they ever utilize nukes. Okay, and so with that being said, and the Ayatollah of that region is considered the primary religious leader of the Shiite Islamics in that area. Like, he is the religious leader, which is why people in other countries were upset when he died. I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm just using this to explain, right? Because there are people within the United States that absolutely disagree with Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump claims that he has this mandate, right? So I'm talking about an actual mandate that was issued by not only a leader of a country, but also a religious leader that said, and they put it out in writing, and this was even adopted and signed by the United Nations in 2004, right after he said it in 1991. So this was before Bibi Netanyahu even started coming into the United States and started telling everybody that, because 1993, Bibi Netanyahu started coming into the U.S. and making points and being like, Iran is 2 weeks away from getting a nuke, sir. So they've been 2 weeks away from getting a nuke for the last 33 years. And I'm literally just curious at this point, like, how are we 2 weeks away for the last 33 years and somehow we still believe it? The point is they didn't have nuclear weapons. They weren't actually close to getting nukes. Like, it was going to take them a while. And even I don't know if you're aware of who the IAEA is, but even they have said, like, the leader said that while it is concerning that they have enriched uranium to 60% and that they won't allow us into some of their facilities, that they won't. Oh my goodness, sir. I've been letting you yell over me this entire time, but I want to remind you that you're atheist, so I don't really care. But you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and that's because you should do more listening and less talking. So I'm trying to educate you on something that you are quite obviously not educated enough on. So I am trying to help you out with something here. So now I got to try to remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the director of the IAEA, right? So what he put out, and you can find this on his Twitter because he posted it out on X, right? He put out there that while it is concerning that they were not allowing everybody to go into their facilities to do direct verifications of this instead of just utilizing shushies, instead of just utilizing their remote detectors that they had installed, he said that there was zero evidence and never has been any evidence that Iran was seeking nuclear capacity for weapons. And even according to the United... Oh my goodness, sir. You've been given so much grace while I'm trying to teach you something. You should try listening for once. Even Tulsi Gabbard went out in front of Congress, right, and admitted that they weren't. They were still 10 years away. It was intelligence put out by the United States of America just last year, okay? Just last year, where they were saying that, because they would need ICBMs, so intercontinental ballistic missiles, in order to reach the United States of America. That they need that point blank period in order just to reach us. They didn't have that capacity at this time. And so what it, real quick, guys. So, anyways, as I was saying, again, they've been 2 weeks away for the last 30 years. They're not seeking a nuclear weapon, even according to the independent agency that was monitoring them and their use for enriched uranium, saying that they don't have it and they weren't seeking a nuclear weapon. And I think that's important to note, is that they don't have it, nor were they seeking it, even according to our independent auditors. The only person that's been telling you this entire time that they are seeking a nuclear weapon is, in fact, well, two people, Bibi Netanyahu and Donald J. Trump, because even Tulsi Gabbard, when she went out on the floor and spoke to Congress, she said that they didn't have nukes and that was not a part of the threat assessment. And again, just a friendly reminder, the intelligence community has said that they're not capable of any of this to even reach the United States, the continental United States, until as early as 2035. So they, in fact, were not an imminent threat. I find it so interesting that someone that claims to have voted for Kamala Harris would support a war effort, but isn't willing to go sign up and put his own boots on the ground like a pussy ass bitch.
Well, you're against the school shooter.
Sir,
Should
you're
you
a little
become a
pussy
police
ass
officer?
bitch. I don't know what to tell you. You're 26.
No, but-
You can sign up for the Army and the Marine Corps right now. I just
but
want to
you
let
could-
you
if
know
you're
as
against
well.
the
I know. It's so sad. Sir, unlike you, I don't know. Like, unlike you, you're a PAB. I just want to be very clear. We know you're a PAB, but unlike you, I actually wanted to join the United States military. But unlike you, I can't physically. They wouldn't take me because I've had 2 spinal surgeries. My spine is fused from my thoracic 2 to my lumbar 2. So unlike you are PAB ass, because you a pussy ass bitch ass motherfucker. I'm gonna say it all like that right now. I actually wanted to, but when they found out my medical history, they said, no, you can't pass the physical. So I know PAB. I know. You should really, like, I'm going to help you out. So the Marines and the Army will absolutely take you. We'll even go ahead and give you their numbers, okay? So I hope you're listening. This is recorded. Yes, Tanya. Army's phone number is going to be 888. Okay. What is in front of that? Why are you doing that? Okay. 888-550 Army. Wow.
You're awesome.
No. Let's see. Submit. All right, well, he gave up, so we'll just move on. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, girl.
Hi, how old are you?
You're probably right. You're probably correct, but it's always drugs.
Dude, get a
always
life.
drugs.
I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing that. That's quite annoying, actually. So we'll just see what's happening. Ah! All right, but we'll continue to go through some of this. Cool beans. All right. Okay, so before all of that, and he just got upsetty spaghetti, I went ahead and I goodness, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, I was talking about this court notice. Yeah, that's what it is. This court document where they were, our government, as nice and smart as they were, went and admitted that they made mistakes. So we have this open, right? And you guys can pull all of the documents directly from them at any time. Oop, I need to take down the recruiter numbers. My bad, guys. And while I'm going through this, feel free to call in the number. We'll put that phone right back above here. All right, we got it right there. Okay. And so it is African Communities Together versus Lions, right? And so within here, sorry, I'm going to utilize this to try to figure out the exact spot here. So we write respectfully and regrettably to correct a material mistaken statement of fact that the government made to the court and the plaintiff. Specifically, this morning, counsel from U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement informed the undersigned of the following. The memorandum entitled Civil Immigration Enforcement Actions, blah, 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 dated May 27, 2025, which the government relied on in presenting its arguments in this case and referred to as the 2025 ICE guideline, does not and has never applied to civil immigration enforcement actions in or near Executive Office for Immigration Review, EOIR immigration courts. They're putting all that blame on ICE. Ooh, are the boys fighting? I think the boys are fighting. You know what I mean? Department of Justice and DOJ and DHS cannot get along, nor can they make up their mind what they are doing here. So, all right. I know you guys are so upset. You're telling me that I'm talking shit. Please come prove it then. Call the number on the screen and prove that I'm lying. I dare you, in fact. Because I'm lying so much, right, that, yes, Peter, I'm lying so much that, you know, I got flagged on TikTok for misinformation and then it was just overturned on appeal because I wasn't lying. Who would have thunk? It is in the book, but you Google it move. If you support it, boot up my guy, Navy vet, by the way. I know, tatted. I wish I could have read that to him, but he was a PAB and ran away. All back Ari tough guy. Back your man's move and enlist Army or Marine infantry tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Like, get your ass out there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. You can support our troops because here's the difference, right? I support our troops. I support the efforts of our troops. I don't support the efforts of putting them in danger. I don't support the process of putting them in danger. Yeah, I know, Moose. It's because I'm awesome. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
6767676767.
You're supposed to say it slower.
67.
Slower. You go like 6, 7. There you go. That's a little bit better.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I know, that was definitely the placenta. I know, right, CJ? All right, guys. Well, TikTok, y'all know what to do. We're back, so y'all know what to do. Okay. But we want to go ahead. Would all you... That's a great question. I wish you had sent it as... Ooh, thank you, Jody. Let me see. This is a great question. They're not going to answer this, but I am curious. All right. Would all you MAGA leave your child alone with Trump for 3 minutes? Well, I will say we know Mark Wayne Mullen will, because he said that he had a whole story, and it was a very odd story. It was a very odd story. Okay. Oh my goodness. It was quite an odd story. There we go. I am going to put this up, and I am going to be honest. I don't know what you said, but this might have been of your own making here. Thank you, Northside, for the 2. I appreciate that. We're back, Anthony, and that's all that's important. You know what, Outlaw? I respect this. This is a good answer. I like this one. Loaded question. No decent parent would leave their kids with a stranger regardless of background. I respect that answer. Thank you, Outlaw. See, I can deal with that one. I respect that one. And I agree, you know. We can respect that one for sure. How do you guys feel about now the state the state representative over Donald Trump's district is now a Democrat? And this was a district that carried Trump in the 2024 election by 19 points. And now we have Emily Gregory, who is doing interviews on all of the big name networks while they're doing, well, you know, she just slaying the shit out of it. Won that election. Ooh, that must really hurt. It wasn't by that big of a margin, I will be honest, guys. It was by about a 3-point margin. But you know what? That means that she overcame it by 24 points. Sorry, 3 or 5 points. Sorry, it was about a 21-22 gain. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? I don't know what they're doing. They're being so weird. I will just stop doing that. Oh, I am noble. I am just looking for Trump supporters. So I would prefer that just Trump supporters call in. But I mean, I'm just here to have conversations today. So we'll see. Like, I kept the guy from Australia up for a little bit because that doesn't bother me any. Thank you for calling the stream.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gold star. Okay. So we'll just continue on a little bit more things here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So this is a great one. So ICE went to a school and they tackled a student. And so this is going to be testimony in front of Congress that goes over this, because I know you guys love ICE, right? So we'll go over this.
Arnaldo, I want to, first of all, you're all incredibly courageous. Thanks for being here. Superintendent, thank you for your testimony and for your leadership. I know it's been very difficult. You testified about the trauma that you are seeing in your schools, to the children, to the families. You reported that federal immigration agents have circled your schools, coming into school parking lots and following school buses. Unreal, not acceptable, and every American.
Hello, how are you? Hi, how old are you?
How old am I? I'm 32.
Awesome. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I'm not.
Did you ever support him?
I voted for him, but I don't believe that there's a political solution.
Oh, so you're now like kind of nihilist?
I've been always a little nihilistic. I just thought it would be better than supporting Kamala Harris.
So are you going to vote in your midterms?
No, I'm not voting anymore because I just see that APAC
well then I don't really care to speak to you then, sir.
Okay,
No, sir,
so-
if you don't want
so
to engage
what do
in
you
your
think about
civic
APAC
duty, if you don't want to engage in your civic duty, I'm not going to engage in talking to you. I think that voting is important. I don't care who you end up voting for at the end of the day, but voting is absolutely important. And if you're somebody that doesn't want to vote anymore, then I'm sorry. I hope you wake up. That's all that means. So, and I will say that again and again. Like that's what I'm here. I'm here to encourage everyone to vote. And I will say that, like I said, again and again and again. I am here to encourage everyone to vote. I would love for you guys to just get out and vote.
Should be concerned what's happening in schools across the country. Now, Liam Ramos was one of your students. We've gotten to know Liam's story. Now, we also know that Liam was used as bait to lure his mother from her home so that she could be arrested. Simple question. Is Liam a criminal?
Absolutely not.
Does targeting your students like Liam do anything to make our country safer?
Absolutely not.
The administration claims to be going after the worst of the worst. That is a complete lie. Is Liam the worst of the worst?
He's a great kid.
A great kid. And they are hurting 5-year-olds. Liam and his family are from Ecuador. They are immigrants. Liam actually won't even wear that hat anymore because he's scared to identify himself. He was taken to Dili Detention Center, over 1,000 miles away. This is a place where hundreds of children have been locked up and held. This place, parents and immigration lawyers have described children there losing weight, finding worms in their food, suffering severe mental health challenges, getting inadequate medical treatment, and even standing in line for hours to get a single dose of medication. Some have suffered emergencies while being detained. Now, is it also true that there were 7 other children that were detained from your schools?
Seven of my students were detained. 6 ended up at Dili.
This should disgust every single person that hears the story. And I want to thank you. It's an outrage. Innocent kids are suffering because of what's happening right now across this country.
There is another video, so I wanted to play that one too. I wish it didn't do that to me.
Arnaldo, I want to go back to your testimony. You shared what happened to you. You're in the 10th grade, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you talked about your dad and you getting breakfast together at McDonald's, which was kind of something that you guys did. I relate to that. I'm an immigrant kid. My family and I went to McDonald's all the time. It was a place where we would go and we bonded as well. That's where mass agents stopped you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the government actually said, falsely, that your father rammed his van into one of the officers' vehicles. Your own video of the incident, which you took heroically, by the way, shows that agents rammed your van 4 times. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, they lied to cover up their own crimes and brutality. Now, did you know that they were law enforcement?
No, sir. They never identify themselves.
So they never identified themselves. Now, your dad is arrested, he's beaten, and you actually try to help him. And after the agents tackled you, one agent pressed his knee onto your back while another put you in a chokehold. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm disgusted, of course, that this has happened to you. Now, you told the officers that you were trying to go to school. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You told the officers that you were a U.S. citizen. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And this is how they responded. I want to show you another picture here. And I know we've shared with you that we were going to show this. It's concerning. They were so brutal that you needed medical attention, as you can see here. A nurse at the hospital where you were taken actually called 911 to report to the police that you had been choked and beaten, and you were repeatedly called slurs by the officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What are some of the names that they called you?
Illegal son of an alien, border hopper.
They called you gay for crying as well.
Yes,
They
sir.
called you a criminal. They called you a beaner. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
As I understand, while you were being assaulted, you were told the agents that you had filmed this on their cell phone. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that's when they took your phone away.
Yes, sir.
These agents didn't just take your phone, they sold it. They pawned it at a kiosk for $250 cash. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
This is Donald Trump's America. He wants violence, terror, chaos, and ICE shouldn't get one more penny from this Congress or from this budget.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I feel so bad for that little kid that really wasn't because he got beaten and everything. That's really sad.
It is. I agree with you. Well, you have a good night, okay?
Okay, bye.
I apologize to you for what you've had to go through. That should have never happened to you, and I'm so sorry. We're going to investigate, we're going to demand justice, and we're here to stand up for you and so many others across this country. Arnaldo, I want to go back to your testimony. You shared what...
I did not mean to play that again. Sorry, guys. If I need to play it again, I will, but I am just curious. Like, I saw somebody, and I don't know if they were actually saying it about this or not, But I do want to point this out. This guy said, while that was playing, said this, makes me happy. Are you okay? I will never understand anybody that supports any kind of human suffering like that. Truly, I will never understand it. Why are you okay with other humans suffering? To what benefit do you get out of this by knowing that a teenager was beat up who is not an illegal citizen or not an illegal alien that you would say makes you happy? I will be honest and say that someone like you need assistance. You need assistance. Okay? What did that kid ever do to you? Nothing? And then this is what that said. At this point, I think you're a bot. Just goes Trump, Trump, Trump. Guys, we've officially become Family Guy. We have officially entered Family Guy season. Trump, 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 Trump. As you're walking out of the diner, Trump, 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 Trump. Bobby, seek help. Okay. I'm just saying. Just seek some help. Anyways, we got some more stuff to go through, and again, I don't mind doing it. So let's have fun here. And he does it again. Like, y'all, so interesting. So interesting. Okay. So very interesting here. All right, there was a couple more things. Let's see. No, I don't want that. That's the case. This was this. Oh yeah, more on ICE. Let's see. Judge rules that an immigration judge's detention order was so cursory, relying on an entirely unsupported claim that a detainee was a member of a gang in El Salvador more than a decade ago. That was the decision. The decision was unconstitutional. DHS cannot be bothered to introduce evidence to substantiate this allegation of gang membership is baffling, considering that the agency claims in I-213 to be in possession of such evidence. Indeed, Mr. España's attorney aptly characterizes DHS's position as resting on nothing more than a purely unsupported accusation of gang membership. Hello, how are you?
Turn off your shitty, fucking, stupid little live video. You have no idea.
Yeah, I know. You're so upset. And so this is going to be 26-CV-00014 -JJM. That is going to be that case number for that one that I was reading. And that was, again, the judge's final decision that was including in their opinion in their ruling issued by the court. Is that basically DHS claims that we have this evidence that they're in a gang. We have the opportunity and the time to give it to the court. And I'm just saying, well, we have it, but we don't have it readily available. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
Yeah. Oh, it's the same guy from earlier. I was rewatching it. It's hard to hear. I don't know. I was just going to talk about Iran again, but
sorry. I just want to remind you that your recruiter's office opens at 8 a.m. in the morning, and you should go there tomorrow morning. And I will say this to everybody because I've said this the last 4 weeks now. Is that if you support the war in Iran, then your ass should be boots on the fucking ground because you should not be sending someone's mother, brother, father, sister, cousin, niece, nephew to war for something that you fucking support but are too much of a pussy bitch to do it yourself. So I don't talk to PABs, so have a great day. I have no problem saying that, and I will say it time and time again. I don't. Go do it yourself. Jeff says, I'm not MAGA, you hateful idiots. Jeff, again, I don't know what you said today, but I can't help it if they're going after. But thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you. We might see you on Saturday. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Why don't you shut the fuck up? You have no idea what you're talking about. You
Aw.
sound ignorant as hell. Get
I'm sure you're like 12. I can tell by the sound of your voice. Like, you can't even, this, as soon as I start, this is, okay, guys, to be clear, all I say is hi, hello, like, hi, how are you? And he just starts going on this rant. But as soon as I say anything else, he hangs up the phone. I'm ignorant, but he is too much of a pussy to stay on the phone and talk to me. Okay. Listen, I can't, like... Oh, I have this one for you. I know you didn't say that for the guy that just called in and was insulting me, but it's okay. I have something for you, okay? I just want to let you know I've got this for you, okay?
Did I hurt your princess feelings? Saying fuck, fuck, fuck? Did I hurt your princess feelings? Saying fuck? Saying fuck? Did I hurt your princess feelings? Saying fuck, fuck, fuck?
I know that hurts so much, AM, to say a curse word. I know it hurts so much. Okay, it's okay. We've got binkies for you. They are in the lost and found section, though. We do keep them around for individuals such as yourself that get upset over a word. So, because apparently fuck is such a bad word, even though that's not even the original meaning of the word. Oh no. Oh no. I said a curse word. Oh God. Forgive me. Oh no. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi, how old are you?
Good, Paul. Ari, how you doing? I am not a Trump supporter, so don't. But I was going to call, and you gave some information that wasn't actually right a while ago.
Okay, what's that?
I live in Oklahoma, and when the Mark Wayne Mullen got sworn in, the governor of the state of Oklahoma gets to appoint a new senator.
No,
and
they
he
didn't do
is
it the last
already-
time someone from Oklahoma did that. So, I mean, I actually looked into their laws, but they didn't do it the last time Oklahoma had an open Senate seat. They had to wait for a midterm. But because as far as I knew that they couldn't do it, but hey, if they're able to do it,
Okay.
because some states do, but I can't check if they appointed somebody.
he's already
Did
appointed one, and
Oklahoma
it's the same person as it's going to be just like Mark Wayne Mullen was.
Senator
It's Alan.
Alan Armstrong. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's totally fine. I can admit that I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but that's cool. Because I
Well,
thought I
that's
looked it
okay.
up
I
and
mean,
that they couldn't do it and that they had to wait for it. But it's almost a useless appointment because he's only in there until November, but hey.
This is Oklahoma, so every Republican in the state will run out and vote for him just because he
Yeah.
has an R behind his name.
Oh, yeah, that one's true for sure. But yeah, no, thank you. I'm fine with that. I wish we had that open seat, but that's okay. I have no problem saying I was wrong. Thank you for the correction. And yes,
you're welcome.
Oklahoma
You're
Governor
welcome.
Kevin Stitt. And Kevin is also, right now, he's the chair of the governor's board.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now
you can call him bullshit. We do.
Well, I do like trying to use people's names correctly, but I understand.
Okay. Well, you have a wonderful evening.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Going well. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, well, I actually had a question regarding your earlier comment here. So
I would like
I
to
want
go through my thing. So you said you are still supporting Donald Trump, and what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 14 months in office that has earned your continued support?
can I ask you a question?
No.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye. You're not even from here anyway. So, don't know what to tell ya. Yeep. I was a Canadian anyway. This is like, I do always say it when I say no, and I've said it once, and I have to say it twice. But I understand there's a certain point like that gives me a reason to understand why you still support Donald Trump, because you just don't understand consent. No is a complete sentence. I know, Patrick. That's true. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
45.
45. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
For the most part, I would say.
Okay. And what has Donald Trump achieved in his 14 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
A lot of the things that he campaigned on, he's done. He's obviously done a lot more that he didn't campaign on that he did. But I think by and large, that's what you want from your political candidate that you're voting for, is someone that's going to do what they say they're going to do. And I mean, if you're a Democrat, I really don't know, but like, let's say you are a Democrat, isn't it true that you would want, your Democratic, you know, a constituent to actually do what they're saying they're going to do? Because a lot of times you have to admit they don't always do what they say they're going to do. They don't fulfill their promises, right? So I'll say that's why I support him by and large. But to be honest, I don't. There's a lot of things I don't like. And I'm not. I can criticize him as well as any Democrat.
Okay. So I will ask this again. What specifically has he achieved?
I would say the move towards closing the border and like trying to get like a handle on illegal immigration is something that I can clearly define as like, this is an achievement. So
Okay.
I mean, I mean, that's one. I don't think he's deported enough people, to be honest. I think that his numbers are comparable with Obama. To be honest, they're not like him and Obama are pretty much neck and neck, and he's not even deporting as many as he said he would. I think
He's
I think
not
it's
neck and neck. He didn't even beat Biden's numbers in 2024.
so
Seems
Biden
odd.
deported more of them.
Yes. Biden deported more than Donald Trump did in his first term. Yeah. That's not a lie. But I will say, do you know who Tom Tillis is?
Is he a comedian?
No.
So he's not an entertainer? I don't think so. I don't think I
No.
know him.
I mean, that's fair. You're not in North Carolina, right? You don't have to tell me what state you're in. I'm just asking if you are in North Carolina.
No.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, so he's a senator in North Carolina. And even he said while talking to uh Christy Nome before she got fired, that DHS was focusing on the wrong thing. And I want to go ahead and pull that for you. Let me see, huh? Where is it at? I have too many videos. We're at that point right now. Is it not in here? Well, y'all might just have to watch me on screen say this because I only have it in my post then. That was on that. Mercy on me. I hate when I can't find my own stuff. Okay. We'll just go here. Shorts.
So why am I disappointed with Secretary Noem? Because we're not going after enough people who did this damage at the expense of running numbers that Stephen Miller wants out of the White House. We just want numbers. We want 1,000 a day, 6,000 a day, 9,000 a day because numbers matter, right? No, they don't matter. Quality matters, not quantity, quality. And what we've seen is a disaster. Under your leadership, Ms. Noem, a disaster. What we've seen is innocent people getting detained that turn out are American citizens. I could talk about the culture that's been created here.
You know, he's absolutely. Oop, and there's me. So that was the end of that little clip. So no, sir, I know you have this idea in your head that somehow we need to have more deportations, but the problem is we are stripping people that came in into the United States of America. They came in the right way. They came in through the legal process. They were awarded legal status within the United States. They've committed no crime. And then Donald Trump and his State Department went through the process of stripping 2.5 million legal immigrants of their legal status so that they could deport them and fluff up their numbers because they don't actually know where the estimated 14 million undocumented immigrants are within the United States of America.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I know how hard it is because my wife is actually, she is actually an immigrant from another country. So she's
I
from
hope
Brazil.
she doesn't get her
We met.
immigration status removed.
Well, she came here legally on a visa.
And so did
We got
2.5,
married,
sir. So did
and
2.5. Listen.
She has a, she's legal.
Sir.
She has a, she has legal green card status. We have children.
Sir,
Like,
that hasn't
whatever
stopped
happens,
anyone.
happens.
Like, sir, that hasn't. No, stop for a second. Sir. 2.5 million.
I know because I've lived it firsthand. I myself
Okay.
have lived it firsthand.
Your wife is not exempt from being able to be deported. 2.5 legal immigrants who came through the proper channels had their legal status removed by this administration, even though they had committed no crimes. They weren't people that they evaluated on a case-by-case basis. They just yoinked them because they were all from different from specific countries, even though they had legal status within the United States. Your wife is not immune. And I'm just telling you, I hope that somehow you can. They are also, like, I just also want to be clear too. They're pulling people.
Does get deported. That's what you don't understand. This place is a scam. The whole country's a scam. We own property in Brazil. We'll go there. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, like watching Democrats and Republicans year after year, and it's getting worse and worse because the jig is up. And watching people who are so into Trump that they are blindly not criticizing him, and people who are so into the Democratic Party that they allow these candidates that are just horrible to be put in front of them. And you know damn well Joe Biden was the man was mentally deteriorated, and they were still going to put him up there. But you'll still vote for them. It's like watching people, okay, gamble on the WWE. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's all fake. The Democrats don't care about you at all, okay? And the Republicans, they could care less about their constituents too. I don't know what needs to happen, but maybe a more grassroots approach. We need like a complete overhaul of how we're even electing officials to be able to run for president. But it's gotten so ridiculous that the Democrats, all they're doing now is they're not really doing anything other than trying to block the opposition. Whatever political party gets in power, the other one just becomes the opposition. And you don't think that they're all working together against us? Who are they really serving? Who are they serving? I think we know. I really think we know. Because they're not serving us. They're not doing what they need to do for the American people and what's right for the American people. Either side.
Uh-huh.
Can you agree on that?
No.
Can you criticize the Democrats?
Oh,
Can you
I've
do that?
spoken mad shit on Biden. I've spoken mad shit on fucking Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. What, you think I'm like a shill for the Democratic Party? I'm not. I speak negatively
But you
against
have
them
to
all the
admit
goddamn time.
like
I do it all the time. You're
like
not
the
gonna win any brownie points with me because you want to make it some kind of both sides issue and you think that you really provided some insight into things that are going on, but you didn't.
it's
I've
just
even spoken about
identity
ways that
politics,
I
sweetheart. They're
believed
just trying to
that
appeal
I'm not your
to what you
sweetheart. You
think
should seriously just reserve that for your
they
wifey.
identify with you
Even though you want her to
and
get
your
deported, which
flavor of
is
Pepsi
weird.
that you like.
I just like,
You're
again,
fighting
I don't
over
care,
McDonald's
guys.
and
I
Burger
don't
King, which
care
is
about the
better. How about
Democratic
that?
Party. Okay, we'll try that again. We'll just try to make it so he hears. I don't care about the Democratic Party. I have no issues calling them out. I have no issues on telling them that they've done fuck shit. Like, wow. Okay. Anyways, like, I know you're new here, so I will just say, like, your nihilism, I don't care. If you want to go to Brazil, just fucking do it. Get out of here. Then don't wait for your wife to be deported. I will just say that. You don't actually, the reason why I'm still within the United States of America is because I actually care about correcting our country. And see, unlike other people that might be on these apps that I stream across, I've actually proposed and like have talked about actual changes that I want to see in regards to the FEC and the way that our elections are run. I've said the same. I've given suggestions on how the debates need to go, and this is for all debates, right? This isn't just for the presidential debates. This goes for the senators and the House, the people that actually go out in front of TV and they speak on it. I've talked about how funding needs to change. I've talked about how federal funding for campaigns need to change. I've actually given suggestions, unlike you, where you're just like, they don't care, and since they don't care, nothing else should be done about it, and they just don't care. So why should you? And blah blah blah. And like that's all you do. Your nihilism is boring. If you don't appreciate this country, then you should also just leave. Okay? And yes, he did say that he wanted his wife deported so that he could leave and go to Brazil. It's fucking weird. Just do it now. Why wait for your wife to be deported? That's weird. Hold on. I guess he wants a free ticket. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I hate niggers and faggots and Jews.
That sounds like a personal problem. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 42.
42. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I honestly I'm so confused to why and how he got elected. I'm calling in from Canada, so I've stopped going to the United States, and for the life of me, I can't understand the rationale and mentality of people who have voted for Donald Trump. Like, don't you see what he's doing? He's literally corrupted all your institutions. He's literally grifting.
So I'll help you out, right? I do want to say this. And the answer, sorry, real quick, 8. Yes, the answer is yes. There is purple down there. Sorry, random thing that I saw that I wanted to respond to. So I understand how he got elected. He speaks to people on their level. He brings it down to where people can understand. He doesn't use big words, right? He tells people slogans, right? And unfortunately, humans, and this is everybody, we tend to live in our short-term memory. And yes, guys, short-term memory can just be 5 to 10 years. That can be considered short-term memory, not necessarily long-term. So they think back and they're reminiscent and they get teary-eyed, all misty-eyed, I believe the phrase is, about how the economy was in 2017, 2018, and 2019, right? And so then they're like, well, Donald Trump says he can take us back to that. And then unfortunately, their long-term memory forgets that the economy never goes backwards.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
like what I'm trying to imply is just as a Canadian, you've literally polarized all your allies.
Oh, I
Your
know.
allies no longer want to do any business with you. I intentionally and alongside we Canadians love Americans. I just want to make sure I reiterate that. There's nothing against Americans. We love the American people, even though we're still somewhat dismayed they
Yeah.
voted for him a second time. I just want to reiterate that. I think it's just we just find it insane how the world's most powerful man who can literally blow up countries with the press of a button got elected again and is insanely senile. And I just for the love of me I've honestly questioned my own sanity, just because I just keep thinking, how is this person where he is, and how come I'm I'm working in a regular job. Like, I mean, am I stupid that I can't manipulate or like people in that sense? It's just, I don't know, you just start questioning your own sanity and you start wondering, are we in some type of simulation?
I mean, we might be. I don't know about that last part. We might be. Who
Yeah.
knows? Earth 2 seems more real every day. But what I will say and what I'll remind the other countries out there, right, that tune in and listen, which I will say, I think 8% of my audience is Canadian. So W Canada. And so what I will say is more people voted against Donald Trump than voted for him. He won the popular vote by the aggregate numbers only, not when you look at percentage though, right? And even then, if you actually look at the aggregates and it's aggregate based off of to each candidate, right? But if you take just his number of 77.5 million and then you add up the other candidates, you see that more people on an individual basis voted against Donald Trump, and you can break that down by percentage. Donald Trump only won 49.8% of the popular vote, meaning that 50.2% of all of the voting populace actually voted against Donald Trump and did not want him in office.
Well, that makes a little bit more sense, I guess.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, we go by plurality.
I'm mindful of the time that I've taken, but I want to reiterate to the folks who are listening in from the U.S., please come visit Canada. Your tariffs have impacted us a great deal. People are losing their jobs for no apparent reason. Canada has been your number one supplier of natural resources. Your oil that's refined in the U.S., a lot of it comes from Canada. Your aluminum, your lumber products, our mills are shutting down. The more people who are aware that Trump's tariffs have had a negative impact on your economy, Canadians aren't going to Las Vegas. They aren't going to Florida. They aren't buying. We're the number one foreign buyers of property in the United States. We're no longer buying property there. I just think like he's really ruptured. Like, it's almost like someone stabbed. Like, it's like your best friend stabbing you in the back, and then you wonder, like, why did you stab me in the back? And then the person just shrugs his shoulders. And I think it's just like, I mean, myself personally, I haven't been back to the United States ever since Trump got elected, nor will I. And I was someone who was spending, maybe $4,000 a year buying groceries and clothes, and I just felt like America or the Pacific Northwest was an extension of Canada. And honestly, at this point, I feel shamefully to say that I no longer think of America as that, and I will continue to until things change and ICE is gone. I don't feel morally as a Canadian that it's my like any amount of money that I spend over there, I feel like I'm just burning it. So thank you for I appreciate your listening to you, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak with you.
Of course, not a problem. Somebody asked me to prove the percentage, and here it's up on the screen for you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Type 1 if you hate niggers.
That's a you problem, not a me problem. Oh, okay. Just because somebody asked that. That's funny, actually, Ordy. Thank you for that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. You see the gas
You're
prices,
awesome.
everything's gonna follow too.
No, I mean, I have. Well,
Can you repeat the question?
no, I mean, I asked why, and you told me why.
Why? Because everything's gonna go. Price is gonna go extremely crazy up, and
I mean, I'm
whoever's
not
the
asking
same.
about why gas prices are going to continue to increase. I completely understand that one because it is a global market. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am here. How are you?
Doing well. How old are you?
30.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. And what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 14 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Deportations.
Okay. How specifically? Can you elaborate?
In Donald Trump's first year, he's deported over 300,000 illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm. And how many of them
You had
have
mentioned, sorry, go
criminal
ahead.
records?
Approximately 17%.
It's actually 5 of convicted criminal records. Simply being accused of a crime does not make somebody a criminal in the United States criminal justice system.
Okay. Is Donald Trump convicted of being a rapist?
No, he was adjudicated, held civilly liable.
Civilly liable.
And
Did you go through
actually, he
the
wasn't
case file?
held civilly liable of grape. He was held civilly liable of sexual assault.
Okay. Was he held criminally liable?
No, I already said that.
Okay,
Unsure where
so,
the disconnect is.
well, if he wasn't held criminally liable, then why do so many Democrats call
I'm
him a
not a
convicted
Democrat, so I
pedophile
don't
and a
really,
rapist?
sir, I'm not a Democrat, so I don't, take me out of the box that you just put me in.
Okay, well,
I figured I would have already
then-
proven that to you when I just explained and I even broke it down for you.
okay, well, just because they weren't convicted doesn't mean that they're not that they're not criminals in a way.
No,
Some of
untrue.
them haven't been
What is the
convicted
motto of our, sorry, sir, what is the motto of our criminal justice system?
yet. Guilty until proven innocent. Why doesn't that
Incorrect.
same standard apply to Donald Trump?
Incorrect. Oh my God. What? Can you say it again?
Whoa, hold on, back up, yeah. My bad. Innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, fantastic. So here's what I'm going to say, right? Because I heard what your next part was, where you said, "Why doesn't this apply to Donald Trump?" I'm going to help you out with something. You are entering into this conversation already with a preconceived notion in your head that I say certain things about Donald Trump because of what you've heard other people say. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is take me out of the box that you have me in. Sorry, guys, I don't have my little prop that I use for this. But so I just need you to take me out of the box that you have me in, and let's act like I am not whoever else you've heard talk. Okay?
Sure.
Fantastic.
Sure. Okay, so according to a study done by CT Data,
What's the
about
title?
25% of people CT
Oh,
Data.
you're going from that. I actually go to ice.gov/statistics.
That's funny. The last time I called in, you told me that you couldn't trust the ice.gov.statistics.
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that
100%.
recording.
I
I
mean,
just said that they were
probably have
not
it. You have my
updating it
phone
in the
number. You could.
traditional way. Sir, the Google Voice doesn't work like that, but that's a nice try.
Well, according to this data, 25% of people apprehended by ICE in 2025 had a criminal conviction. Another analysis found by the University of Colorado. Oh, that's real
Again, so
close
I'm
to your
gonna,
hometown.
okay, if you're just gonna monologue, I'll just do this. So we have here, we'll put this up on the screen. I know it's small and I know it's small print and it's not easy to read, but we'll go ahead and go through here. I do gotta find it. So this is TD year to date. Where are all these numbers? ICLs and semi-annual bond facilities. There's so many different ones here. They do so much here. It is kind of a problem. Let's
Okay, I
see if
mean,
I can
whether it's
find this
5%,
again. Oh
whether it's
yeah.
5% or whether it's 25%,
Ooh.
let's be honest here, every
Yeah,
percentage
so
of
you have
people, especially when you're talking about
15, only
300,000 people that get
15,000
removed.
out of how many did they have here? I didn't want to zoom out like
Did
that.
you like lower my volume or
No,
something?
people
Do you
can
hear
still
me
hear you
talking or
just
do you
fine. I
just
just choose to not listen to you. I don't know how that's a hard thing. Perfect. So 310. So we're going to now pull up my handy dandy calculator and we have 15, 7, sorry, we'll actually do the total. It's 1,700. All right. And then we'll divide that by 32, 10, and 81. So yeah, it looks like according to ICE's own statistics, my 5% was absolutely correct. And that is directly from,
okay?
like, I'll actually show you guys where I got this from. So here we have, oh goodness, I have too many screens open. So if you go, type in ice.gov, that's what this is, ice.gov/statistics. This is their page. It has up here an official website of the United States government, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's this cool thing that says at the bottom, access and export congressionally mandated ICE data. You click that, it takes you to the next page. I don't want that. And then you just go here. I clicked on fiscal year 2025 statistics. And then that's where I got it and showed you guys that in fact it's only 5% of all deported immigrants had a conviction in the United States of America or any other country.
Okay, that's 5% less people with a conviction that shouldn't have been here anyway.
Sure. I don't disagree with you. I absolutely support deporting convicted criminals that are not citizens of the United States of America. That's something that's always been done.
So do you believe in the sanctuary city policies that protect even
States' rights, sir. They have the
criminals?
absolute right to do that. It's called states' rights. They don't protect criminals. What is a sanctuary city? Can you explain to me what sanctuary city means?
I'm not going to go deep into that. I don't know.
Give a base
I
level
don't know a great amount.
information. Give the most basic level of information that you think you have.
Sanctuary cities are cities within states that provide protections to illegal immigrants.
What kind of protections?
They shield them from federal law enforcement when it comes to deportations.
In what way?
They refuse to cooperate with federal law enforcement. So when they have even violent criminal offenders in for court cases per se, they will not notify federal immigration officers of their presence. They won't make it easier
What
for
law
federal law enforcement
requires,
officers to
just out of curiosity, is there a law that requires state or local officials to report the detention of immigrants to the federal government? Or is the finding out somebody's legal status solely up to the discretion of the United States federal government?
Let me look into that a little bit. That's not
Okay.
something I know off the top of my head.
Gotcha. Well, that W you for admitting that. Guys, real quick, I will read through the 2 super
No, I
chats
mean,
that I have pending. But if
we
you
all
are
don't know
supporting this, be
everything.
sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe
Okay,
button,
so
share
there's
out
no
the
general
stream,
mandate
and send in super chats. I will
requires
read them.
state or local law enforcement to report it.
Correct. That is true because according to this has actually been cited in multiple Supreme Court cases, but the most recent one is Arizona v. United States 2012 Supreme Court ruling that clearly stated that immigration, finding out whether somebody is undocumented, unauthorized, or authorized to be within the United States of America is solely up to the federal government of the United States. So, and see, we'll go ahead and correct what you think to be a sanctuary city. That's not true. So, what a sanctuary city is actually about is they don't hold somebody longer in detention or
In
in a
48 hours.
jail than their release date just so ICE can come and pick them up. Because this is also something that's supported by Supreme Court ruling, Zadvidias v. Davis, where they're not supposed to hold people for an indefinite amount of time, right? So all it is that a sanctuary city is that they don't hold them for an undetermined amount of time while they wait for someone to maybe come in and take them from them to put them up with immigration, right?
Okay, I'm also reading a little bit about sanctuary cities. So I mean, it's a ICE detainer request. It's not an order. So yes, they're not
Yeah.
ordered by the government.
Correct, and they're
However,
not
I mean,
required to hold them there.
let's apply this to some like rather dangerous criminals. I mean, liberal
Sir,
cities
that's a violation. Sir, I don't know if you realize this. I'm gonna stop bringing
you're
up
not letting
liberals.
me talk.
Stop.
You're
Well,
really not
stop
letting.
bringing up liberals. Sir, I've already explained something to you, and you
I
seem
didn't
to
put
have
you in that
already
box.
forgotten
I
it,
didn't
right?
put you in the box. I did not put you in the box. I'm saying liberal cities are known for giving criminals with quite a long, lengthy rap sheet a slap on the wrist and saying, "It's okay, you'll appear for court. We know that," and they let them out. Why would we let hardened criminals with assaults, with domestic violence, with some really fucked up crimes back out on the street instead of, okay, this person's here illegally. We know that, but we're still not going to cooperate with ICE. Then you have situations like we saw in Minneapolis where ICE has to go and patrol the streets and hunt these people down in our streets, in our cities, instead of cities like Minneapolis, Chicago, New York, LA, cooperating with federal authorities to get these more dangerous people. Maybe there wouldn't be so much collateral damage, which is what a lot of these detentions are. It's collateral damage. There wouldn't be so much collateral damage if there was more cooperation, and that's why you saw a high amount of deportations under Biden and Obama. They were not fought on these things.
They
There
were.
wasn't as much
I don't know if you
pushback.
realize this, but both administrations were sued by the ACLU. Both times people went out and protested. You just weren't looking for it because it didn't suit Fox News's narrative to show that people were actually protesting against the Democratic policies when it came to immigration. But you can find it on left-leaning sources. You can even find it on nonpartisan sources. Still look it up to this day that people protested under Obama, people protested under Biden. So that's why
But did
that's
the
a red
protests
herring
reach
of an
the levels
argument
that they
to
are
start
now?
with, because it's just you not going out of your way to look things up. And also, again, you have an inherent misunderstanding of what the Constitution says, what case law have stated in regards to retaining somebody unlawfully past their date or if they posted bond. Right? If somebody
I mean,
posts
if we're going to
bond,
talk
if
about the
somebody
law,
posts bond, if somebody posts bonds and they legally went through a process to post said bond, you cannot legally retain them while you wait for ICE to come and pick somebody up. And again, according to the United States Supreme Court, the Supreme Court of the land, the highest court of the United States of America, it is solely up to the federal government to determine somebody's immigration status, point blank, period. So that's why sanctuary cities are important. Do I necessarily agree with them? Yes, because of the letter of the law as it stands and how it is a direct violation of somebody's due process rights to hold them past the time that they are supposed to be held in a jail cell or a prison. And again, this has
even if
been already
they're
determined
a
by the
hardened
United
criminal,
States, sir. If they are
even if they're
not
a hardened
convicted
criminal,
of a crime, then they are not a hardened criminal. It is your assumption. Again, you've already agreed that our justice system in the United States Supreme Court is innocent until proven guilty, even though you did accidentally say the opposite and you
what about
absolutely
previous
corrected
crimes?
yourself.
What about previous crimes?
How does
What about
how does
previous crimes?
somebody robbing a liquor store of $25 make them a hardened criminal?
I mean, we're not talking about yes, robbing a liquor store.
For
Robbing
$25
liquor
without a
store
weapon makes somebody a hardened
the,
criminal.
you're still threatening someone.
You don't know if there was threats involved. Now you're
I
adding
don't
things
think
that I'm
many
not
people
even
would just
saying.
hand over money without a threat. Oh,
Hey
give me
man, I'm fucking
$25.
broke. Can you give me whatever's in your cash register and tell them I stole it?
No, get out.
Oh,
Simple.
okay.
Well, then they're gonna threaten you. Then they're gonna
That's
threaten you.
your assumption, or people just walk away. You don't know. Or shoplifting for food. Does that make somebody a hardened criminal to you?
I mean, I'm talking
And
more
again,
about the extremes. I'm
even
talking about people with
I'm gonna
domestic
help you
violence,
out
assault.
again. I don't understand what you're missing. Do you think that if we have a hardened criminal that is a United States citizen, that we're allowed to hold them past their time, or the 48-hour period that we're allowed to hold somebody in our jail cells?
Yes, 100%. They're breaking the law by being here.
I
They don't get
didn't
the same due
say, oh
process
my
rights
God,
as our
sir.
citizens.
They absolutely do. Are you kidding me? I made a whole fucking video about this. Oh my fucking God. Sir, they absolutely, this is why, I'm sorry guys, there is a certain point when somebody that doesn't know anything should literally just stop talking about it, okay? There have been multiple Supreme Court cases that have ruled that the 14th Amendment is absolutely clear. It is very specific in how it is worded, where it uses the word citizen, and then it also uses no person shall be deprived of their right to due process of the law, okay? And this has been redetermined by the United States Supreme Court many a times. I've already given you one case, but we'll go ahead and we'll go through them all, and maybe you'll write them down. I doubt that you will, but we'll go ahead and go through all of them. You have Yik Wu v. Hopkins in 1886, Wong Wee versus United States in 1896, Matthews v. Eldridge in 1976, Landon v. Palencia, 1982, Reno v. Flores, 1993, Zavadias v. Davis, 2001. You also have, this is the best one, Christy Nome v. Kilmore Abrego Garcia, 2025, AARP versus Trump, 2025. That has reaffirmed any non-citizen's rights to due process. So if you don't want me to go back to 1886, then fine. I will give you two. I raise you two Supreme Court rulings by a 6-3 conservative majority court, right? A conservative majority court in the year 2025 that have reaffirmed non-citizens' unequivocal rights to due process of the law and their right to writ of habeas corpus. So yes, sir, absolutely. If we cannot hold our own citizen population of a hardened criminal past their date of detention, past the day that they are allowed to be released or the 48-hour holding period, then we absolutely cannot hold an immigrant past there.
If they were sharing their release date to ICE and cooperating.
Again, I'm gonna reiterate this to you again. Arizona v. United States, 2012. The people who are solely responsible for determining immigration status is, in fact, the federal government of the United States of America. I'll even give you guys some background to that case, right? That lawsuit that occurred. Arizona, they finalized the law in 2008 that was called Show Me Your Papers. And within that law, it gave police officers the right to racially profile people in their state and pull them over and check their papers to try to find non-citizens. And that was overturned. That part of the law was overturned by the United States Supreme Court because simply being considered, and I'm going to quote them here, simply being deportable is not a criminal offense. And so therefore you cannot hold them. You cannot retain them, and it is absolutely the sole responsibility of the federal government of the United States of America to determine somebody's eligibility status as an immigrant. I have given you 9 different case laws. Are you going to look up any single one of them?
Are you going to listen, or are you just literally going to talk at me?
Are you going to look up any single one of the 9 case laws that I gave you?
Or are you?
You don't respond to a question with a question.
But
Are you going to look at any single one? I will absolutely list them for you again, and I'll even read them to you slower.
Is this a discussion, or are you just talking
Okay.
at me?
Do you have a pen and paper available? Do you have a pen and paper available?
Are you going to listen, or are you literally just talking?
I would love it if you actually responded to the question that I asked you. Are you going to look up any one of the 9 Supreme Court cases that I gave you?
You talked for 10 minutes.
No, I didn't. At most, I talked for 2 minutes and 20 seconds because I actually looked. Yeah.
You don't actually listen.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and give them back to you again. All right. Okay. Good boy. No. Okay. No, stop it, Pookie Pie. Thank you. So you have, oh, no. See, you got to stop. Yeah, you got to stop. Yick. No. See, no. Shushies. Oh, good little boy. All right. Aslan, I saw you ask what kind of mic I have. I don't know if you can see it. It's a Shure mic. It's the 7. It was not cheap. I will say that. Okay. I did fundraise for it. So yes, SM7B. JRG, you good. Dang, JRG, you good. Yeah, it was not, I did fundraise for it, and y'all helped me purchase this mic. So thank you guys. You guys were awesome. Scott says, when Trump and all of his flunkies in the cabinet get impeached, who assumes the presidency? Depends on how far down the line they go, but more than likely it'll be Speaker of the House. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I just turned 18 last month.
Okay, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 14 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I feel like the attack on Iran was a good decision.
Cool. Are you going to call your recruiters to join up in the military?
I've been thinking about it.
Awesome. Which branch would you like? I can give you their phone numbers.
The Marines, but it isn't about me.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and give you the Marine phone numbers here. It's actually, they made it super easy for you. It's the easiest number, all right? It is 800 Marines.
Okay, well, thank you, but still, I believe that was a good decision, and he asked what was a thing I support that he has done in the last 14 months.
Why is it a good decision that we're putting our military armed forces, our men and women who are bravely fighting, our mothers, our sisters, our fathers, our sons, our brothers, our cousins, our nieces and nephews, our daughters, like why is it a good thing that we're putting them in harm's way? Why is it a good thing that 13 of them are dead? Why is it a good thing that 140 of them are injured? Please tell me.
Because Iran's regime has caused... Yes? Hello?
I'm still here. Keep going.
Okay, sorry if I cut out for a second. Because Iran's regime has caused suffering within their own country, so I feel
so is the United States of America. So when are you rising up against the government of the United States? In fact, ICE and CBP has killed just as many people within the United States of America as Iran, as unfortunately are people that have died in Iran. 13 for 13, in fact.
Killings. Those were justified in America.
Well, godly. Justified. How is somebody holding a cell phone recording somebody a justified killing? Being shot in the back 10 times. How is that justified?
Are we sure it was a cell phone?
Yes, sir. I've seen all of the videos.
There's a lot of bombs that can be made out of small devices. So I believe ICE agents.
Oh
Would,
yeah,
it would
and
be
so
fair
can
for
you
ICE
tell me?
agents
Can
to
you tell
assume.
me where DHS has ever said that it was a bomb?
Who?
DHS.
I don't.
Can you tell me
I don't
when
believe they.
DHS ever said that it was a bomb?
I don't believe they have, but there are instances in the past
So what you're
of.
telling me, just to be clear, so what you're telling me is that ICE and CBP should be suspicious of every single individual that ever exists that walks the planet that holds a cell phone because it could in fact be a BOMB. So that means,
Well,
wait,
not.
sir,
Hey,
are you sure? Wait, hold on. Oh my God. I just realized this. Oh my God. So I'm actually not talking to you on a cell phone, but I assume at this point that you absolutely are calling me from a cell phone. Are you sure your cell phone is not a BOMB? Is it going to blow up in your face right now? Are you okay? Sir, are you safe?
no, I think I'm gonna bail on this one.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I could not help it. He'll surely survive boot camp with that attitude. I'm sorry, guys. I truly just wanted to see, and the reaction did not miss. I think I'm just gonna bail. Yeah, you don't. Is your phone to BOMB? You're right. You know, if it was, what was, guys? Do you remember what Android phone was like blowing up in people's pockets? Do you guys remember that? Was it the Samsung Note 7? Guys. Please make sure you got rid of the Samsung Note 7. And thanks, Aslan. Oof. I hope maybe that's what he's thinking of. Is that it was the Note 7 where the battery wasn't like installed properly. So the phones were like overheating and it was a defect where they had to do like a recall and stuff. Man, I got to be honest, it didn't look like it was a Note 7 in Alex Preddy's hands. It was way too small. It was like the size of my phone, which is not a Note 7. And a Note is going to be like, guys, look, this is reasonably sized for my face. I know what size like the notes are, right? The notes, I've held them up to my face. They basically like, so if I was holding this perfectly up to my ear, like the mic would be out here. Like it goes a little bit further out. So like it definitely was not a Note 7 that Alex Preddy was holding. It looked like it was probably smaller than my S24 Plus. So I'm just saying, like, I don't think that was what he was holding. I'm pretty sure it was an iPhone. So the Note 7 is not older than he is, guys. The Note 7 was released in 2015, 2014. Because I remember that being talked about in airport. Okay. All right, guys, friendly reminder, I will not be here tomorrow. If anybody wants to send in any last-minute donations for my trip to New York tomorrow, I would love you and appreciate you guys so much. But I will see you guys probably on Sunday if we get back at a reasonable time. It does just depend on how that airport traffic is going to be. I did hear... Listen, I will give, if this happens, I will give him props, okay? But I heard Donald Trump signed an executive order to mandate that we pay TSA agents. And listen, if that happens and that helps, cool. Unless it's in a contingency fund, that's not necessarily legal. So there is that. It's not really legal unless it is a contingency fund or mandated by Congress. I would assume somebody advised him and told him it was a contingency fund. And so that's why he's doing it. I'm not aware of any contingency fund for paying DHS employees. So that one I would have to like look more into. Oh, I meant to read this, Scott. Sorry. So I'm not only puzzled Canadian that is. So I'm not the only puzzled Canadian that is confused about the shit going on in the United States. You are not. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, just was double checking things. Nothing's come through. So I will see you guys on Sunday. I hope